Good day everyone, this is Sir Renante Roldan, and in today's video I am going to present the representations of inverse function. Okay, the ways to represent the inverse function is through the use of the table of values and its graph. For example, illustrate the graph of f of x equals 2x plus 3 and its inverse. Use -2, 2, 2. Okay, so the first step that we are going to do is to construct the table of values. Given f of x with values -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. We are going to find the y values. So to get the y values, we are going to evaluate f of x given the values of -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, let us find the value of y if x is equal to -2. So substituting this, f of -2 is equal to 2 times x plus 3 is equal to, oh sorry, so this is not x, this is -2. Okay, this is -2, sorry. So this is 2 times -2, which is equal to -4 plus 3. So -4 plus 3 is equal to -1. So therefore, y is -1 at x is -2. Let us find the second value, which is -1. So f of -1 is equal to 2 times -1 plus 3 is equal to -2 plus 3. Okay, so -2 plus 3 is equal to +1. So therefore, y is +1. Finding f of 0, is equal to 2 times 0 plus 3 is equal to 2 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. Okay, so this is equal to 3. So 0, if x is 0, then y is 3. Next, for f of 1, so f of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 plus 3. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Okay, then f of 2, you have f of 2 equals 2 times 2. Sorry, 2 times 2 plus 3. Okay, so 2 times 2 is equal to 4 plus 3, which is equal to 7. Okay, so there you have completed already the first table of values. Okay, the second step is to find the inverse of the function. So given our function f of x equals 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3, let us find the inverse. So from the previous lesson, we already discussed on how to find the inverse or the inverse of a one-to-one function. So in this case, we are going to express or change f of x to y so that the equation becomes y equals 2x plus 3. Then interchange x and y so that x is equal to 2y plus 3. Then let us interchange this one to isolate y. 2y plus 3 is equal to x. Okay, so in order to isolate y, we're going to transpose 3 to the right side so that positive 3 will become negative 3. So then, divide both sides by 2. And therefore, cancel. Let us cancel this one. So 2 is now y is now isolated so that y is equal to x minus 3 over 2. And therefore, the inverse is f raised to negative 1 of x equals x minus 3 over 2. So this is the inverse of the given function. So we have already determined the inverse of the given function. Alright. So after finding the inverse of the function, we're now going to construct the table of values of the inverse. Given the values of the inverse as negative 1, negative 1, 3, 5, and 7. So let us find the value of y if the value of x in its inverse is negative 1. So we have f raised to negative 1, negative 1 of negative 1 is equal to negative 1 minus 3 over 2. So, ang gagamitin natin ay nakuha nating inverse from the previous slide. So, we have, negative 4 over 2, which is equal to negative 2. Okay, this is negative 2. So, f raised to negative 1 of positive 1 is equal to negative 1 or positive 1, positive 1 minus 3 over 2. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2 over 2 equals negative 1. Okay. Next, f of 3. F of 3 is equal to f raised to negative 1, sorry. F raised to negative 1 of 3 is equal to 3 minus 3 over 2. So this will be 0. 3 minus 3 is 0 over 2. So 0 divided by 2 is equal to, is equal to 0. Okay. Alright, so this is negative 1. This is 0. Okay. Then we have f raised to negative 1 of 5. F raised to negative 1 of 5 equals 5 minus 3 over 2, which is equal to 2 over 2 equals 1. Okay, so 5 is equals, if x is 5, then y is 1. And the last one, you have f raised to negative 1 of 7 equals, let's put it here, equals 7 minus 3 over 2. So 7 minus 3 is equal to 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Okay, so there y is equal to 2. So you have already constructed the table of values of the inverse with the y values as negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the last step is to plot the points on the graph. So let us plot the points on the graph for this, first for the original function. So this one, negative 2, negative 1. So where is negative 2, negative 1? Then we have negative 1, 1. Yes. Then we have 0, 3. There is 0, 3, 1, 5, and 2, 7. Okay, let us connect the points. And after connecting the points by a straight line, so that's the characteristics of the graph. The line is straight. Next, let us see the graph of the inverse. We have negative 1, 2. So negative 1 or negative 1, negative 2. Then 1, negative 1. Then we have 0 or 3, 0. We have 5, 1. And we have 7, 2. Okay, let us connect the points. So also the line is straight. So as you can see, it seems like the graph of the inverse function is the reflection of the original function. So let us draw the dotted line. So to see the reflection, okay. So it is the graph of the inverse is the reflection of the original. So in that case, the graph is symmetric about the line y is equal to x. Okay, so that is how to represent the inverse function. So inverse function can be represented by the table of values and the graph, wherein the graph of the inverse of the function is the reflection of the original function. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. So keep safe, everyone. Thank you.